Two disclaimers. I'm sorry that my mic volume, not volume, quality is terrible. This is literally just my phone. I do not have anything better. I do not have the money to get anything better, so, if I ever make another video, it's probably gonna sound like this too. And second, this video, okay, I'm not even gonna claim that it's unscripted, but this is semi-unscripted. I have done a run of this like 5 times now, where I failed at some point or another, but I do have a better idea of what I want to say. But if I do stutter or just like mess up words or something like that, I'm sorry. That's just because I can't do a script well. Okay, hi, this is Sonic4999. Yes, that is how you say it, and yes, I do sound young. That's because I am. And, so I made a post on Reddit around a couple of days back. I really need to pull up that Reddit post, but I'll just show it on screen for you guys. But I did make a Reddit post. That Reddit post was of the topic I'm talking about, that I'll be talking about today, the jetpack, semi-jetpack. So I posted that as just randomness. I was just kind of bored, and so, yeah, I kind of just did that, and turns out people really liked it. I was not expecting the absolute boom it had. It got around 600 upvotes. It's not the most upvoted thing in r/Minecraft, but honestly, I'm fine with that. It made plenty, and I was surprised about how many people were interested in it. So I thought I'd make this video as a thank you to all those people, and just to see how a video would work, because honestly, this is the first time I ever done something like this. Okay. To make the jetpack, semi-jetpack, you know what it is, itself, you place the crafting table in the middle, and then bam, you get this interface, but make sure you close the chest first, because there's some glitchiness going on with how this thing works, and it does not like me. So anyways, after you close and reopen it, you can drag the 6 iron ignites onto the side, place the redstone dust in the middle, and nether quartz on the bottom, and you get a jetpack. You take it, you can destroy the chest if you want, but if you want to make more jetpacks, I suggest you keep it. And, so you might be like, what does this jetpack do? I never saw your Reddit post, so, I don't know how it is. And I'm like, fair enough. That's what it does. There's a reason why I don't call it a jetpack. It's a semi-jetpack. I'll keep... Internally, I refer to it as jetpack. Yes, in the code, it's just a bunch of commands. But yeah, you know what I mean. In there, I refer to it as... I don't really refer to it as jetpack. I guess the name, but you know what I mean. In my head, I refer to it as jetpack, even though it's just a semi-jetpack. So as you can see, I'm flying around. It's really easy to control. Like, let me try. Yeah, you saw that? That took literally 0 effort for me. I just at the point where I wanted to go, and I just did that. It's actually kind of fun to play around. So you might be like, what's stopping you from just using this forever? Look at my XP bar. Do you see that? How that's draining? So yeah, every single, technically right click, but if you're holding it down like a sane person, it just does it once every 5. It does it like 5 times per second, I believe. Your XP will go down by 1 experience point. Now, obviously, you have a lot of XP. That's because I just use a XP command to give me a lot of XP so I don't run out. And also, I've literally been playing on Keep Inventory for years, so I have plenty of XP. But for a normal person, I don't think you would have this much XP. So I believe it's a semi-balance. I might need to adjust it if enough people see this video and they want me to change some stuff. So that is a possibility. Now you might be like, how do I land this? It seems like all this falling damage would kill you. And if you know how falling damage works, you can't just like slow down and just slowly land. That will still kill you, because Minecraft, I believe, calculates fall damage by how much you fall rather than your velocity going down, and that annoys me. it should not be like that, but whatever. So, two ways. One, water's your best friend. Two, this might be a fill up the first time. I'm gonna cut it if it is. But, to land? Oh god, here we go. So, that is more than the fall distance right there. But if I wanted to fall, first you gotta get somewhat low for a better chance of survival. And then, okay, there are two ways you can do it, I guess. You can either just slide slowly to the ground, and sometimes that'll prevent fall damage, not all the time. The other way that I find a bit more consistent is to do that, like, weird, yeah, to the ground thing. That doesn't always work, but it does work most of the time. It is a bit more consistent than landing sideways, as I believe landing sideways does not work once you're at, like, some ridiculous fall damage. I don't know why, but I can't change anything about that. I've done everything I can to make those two methods as easy as possible, but, well, I guess I could make it easier, but not without completely breaking not without completely breaking Minecraft, as this thing's kind of broken already with how fast it will kill things, but I don't know, it could be broken even more. Okay, so in terms of technical aspects, I mean non-technical aspects, that's it. I don't really have much to talk about, but if you wanted to get into the nitty-gritty, keep watching. Otherwise, download the link in the description if you're interested. Thank you for watching. Okay, maybe I did lie. At first, I think I want to get into backstory, but I'll put a time link in case you just want to go into technical. So in terms of backstory, you know the old thing where if you get a, like, not a chair, if you get a stair, and then if you push a minecart into it via a piston, it will become something that you can sit in, like a chair, yeah. Yeah, I was playing around with that one day because I was playing Minecraft, and that reminded me of old stuff, like when I did that in Minecraft, PE, when I was still PE. So I decided that I wanted to make a command version of this because I'm insane. So I tried. I decided to use horses because summoning minecarts is, you can't make them invisible, and I wanted to do that. So I tried doing that. I tried disabling their no AI and everything, but even after I did that, and while I did the most I could to make them still rideable and not move, those two did not match, and whenever you rode on the horse, for some apparent reason, it gains its AI back, which was a problem to me, as I did not want the horses to move from the chair, and horses tend to move around when you're doing nothing. Yeah. But I didn't want this project to go to waste, so what we have here is actually what happens. First, I created this little thing. As you can see, it's just a meal. It's actually just, what are baby horses? I don't know, but yeah, as you can see, if I hit this far enough with a knockback stick, I found that it does that. And I was like, you know, this is incredibly obvious about how this works, but this is the best thing in my life. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Goodbye, horsey. In a second. I don't have any other horses, so that should work without problems. However, I decided to take this one step further and try to put back in the no AI thing again. And this is a full horse for a reason. And when I hit it, yeah, nothing. But wait. Yeah. So apparently, my theory is, I would say it's a theory. You know when I said how horses somehow get their AI when you start riding them again, even if they have the no AI tag enabled? Yeah. That's the result. That's why that happens. So I'm like, that's cool. I can use this knockback stick to move them around, but I want more. I want to do more with this. I want to go higher. Okay, you saw that horse disappear. I wanted to go further with the idea. So, I made this little carrot on a stick thing that summons a creeper. Now you might be like, why did you just give yourself a jetpack? And wow, there's a debug menu. The second one I'll answer later, but this first one, yeah, no, this actually perfectly works fine. Like, you can actually control your horse with this, and that's pretty cool. Now, you might be like, why did you not just keep this idea then? There's a reason. Let me just get to a place. Right, so you see I'm on the ground. Oh, let's not curse. So as you can see, I'm on the ground I'm pretty safely on the ground. Okay, that does not work. Yeah, if you try to go up, it gets glitchy. Right then, that works perfectly, but if you are perfectly on the ground, it sometimes doesn't work as expected. Yeah, sometimes this can happen. And there's sometimes not even... Yeah, I can't get up. Okay, yeah, I could, but that took quite a while, and I tried making a solution so there was a better way of getting up if you were stuck on the ground and couldn't, like, get off. But I wasn't able to do anything. Why did I take screenshots? I wasn't able to change that. I tried teleporting the horse, didn't teleport the player with it. I tried editing the NBT data of the horse's position to an armor stand that was 2 blocks up, and that worked when I ran the command, but as soon as I put it in the command block, it did not work. So yeah, that was fun. So I decided to scrap the horse thing altogether, but then I'm like, wait a second. This is the best thing in the world. I don't even need a horse. Screw the horse. I can fly on my own. And yeah, that's basically the final idea. The only big developments have been the fuel source that used to run on coal. Basically, you would get coal, rename it to fuel, and then that would automatically be added to your fuel thing, which I can show with the Reddit video. But okay, I never actually added fuel, but you can see where it would have been. But one Redditor actually suggested that I should use experience instead of that, and I'm like, that's a great idea. So I do. Well, okay, not in creative mode. I actually have a thing in creative mode where it doesn't drain XP at all, so you don't need to worry about that. But in survival mode and adventure mode, yeah, it drains XP. It requires XP, and I thought that was a really cool idea because this thing doesn't make sense anyways. Why do I need to make sense with it with fuel? Okay, yeah, that's the end of the backstory. For the third and final part of this extremely exciting thriller, I am going to be using OBS Studio because I need to record the entire screen. And I do not want to... And I usually use the Windows 10 automatic game bar thing, but OBS is... I just have OBS. It doesn't do well in terms of performance, but I do have a capture card, and so I use it for that. And then I also use it for stuff like this, where I just need to record stuff, and I don't really care about performance. So, ignore these two. Those are other projects. Let's go into Jetpack. Now, none of these are special. If you ever worked with the Datapack, you know that. So yeah, as you can see, there are 3 things: Jetpack, Minecraft, and TPCraft. Minecraft is all your usual things. This allows you to load functions every load and tick, as you can see. Every load of a world and every tick of a world. That's not anything special, it just runs functions every load or tick. If we go into TPCraft, that is made not by me, that is made... I don't remember their name, I'll post it on the screen. But that is not made by me. I did modify it, however. If you download the original version, you will not see some of these. So if we decided to look in credit.txt, yeah. Oh, it's made by Stevertus? But yeah, you can see right here that the loop chest function, I don't know if that's accurate or not, but the name's accurate anymore, but it came from Yosho's custom MBT crafting utility. And then parts were edited by me to combine them together and to make that. Originally, the TP craft didn't actually have any way of making a normal chest into a crafting chest and had some weird things of how it did stuff. I changed it to my liking, and yeah, this is the final result. There's nothing really too special to talk in here. The recipes are in here. Result of the recipe is in here, and then clear is when, say if you crafted a recipe but you haven't taken out the item yet and decide to destroy the chest, you can't just like duplicate the chest. So yeah, that's more of a failsafe. That's actually what modified TP this whole thing is what TP modified TP is. TP craft. Okay, and now into the main part, the jetpack part. We can ignore these tags. I think that's just showing that there's a loop. But yeah, there's setup, fuel, flying, etc., and debug. Debug is that debug menu you saw earlier. As you can see, there's one humongous tail roll when you have a score of debug jetpack set to 1, and as you can see, if you have the tag debug jetpack, then you will always be able to use that trigger command, otherwise you will not. And then some of these right here, yeah, this is old code, you don't need to worry about this, but this is code actually used. This is just to make sure I can put multiple give commands into one thing instead of trying to fit it all into one little click command, and I don't think that's possible because I believe click events have a command limit of around 255 characters, so yeah, I kind of had to do this. So yeah, that was interesting, but you're probably more interested in running, flying, and I won't blame you for that. So what we can see right here, carrot stick is right-click detection for a carrot on a stick, in case you were wondering why I use that. That's because carrot on a stick has some weird properties of how it works. Carrots on a stick are one of the only items that when you right-click them, actually used or not, they actually increment the scoreboard counter for times you right-click, times you use the carrot on a stick, and so they make amazing right-click detectors. And then, yeah, you can see all the code here. Basically, this is just detecting if you have the carrot on a stick, if your levels are greater than 1, and then if your MBT has you holding an item that has the tag is jetpack is equal to true, that adds let's go. This is just that, but with XP instead of levels, just to make sure if you're at level 0, that still doesn't fail. And yes, there is a reason why these two need to be made separate. And yeah, there's also this that makes sure if there's already a tag, it doesn't try to add one again. There's also this where it checks if they're in creative mode and also adds let's go despite them not having XP or regardless if they have it. If they don't, the carrot stick gets set to 0 so it doesn't like cause an infinite loop of this. And then if they have the tag let's go, it runs. Running? Yeah, this is basically it. As you might have been able to tell, mob griefing is turned to false. You get resistance, you summon the creeper, that's what propels you. Please clear, yeah, that's what it says. It clears everything right here. This was the original removing fuel, but now it just removes 1 point. Sets carrot stick, the right click thing to 0, removes let's go, and then sets these on a schedule. Mob grief comes on after 2 ticks. 1 tick was too short for some apparent reason inside functions, but not inside command blocks for some apparent reason, but that's just an interesting thing. And then clear resist also has the delay to make that landing thing easier. And in fact, if we go over here, yeah, that's what you expect it to be, and nothing special here. Fuel? Yeah, as you can see, there's some remains of my old thing. I still have the original code a lot. Right now, all it does is make sure XP and levels get stored. And you might be like, what's the point of having either of these? Can't you just, like, get the XP? And that's not true. For how this thing works right here, you get the points. All it does is gets the total amount of points from the last level. So, say if you're level 1 and you have 9 in total, but level 1 requires 7 XP, this thing would only record that you have 2 XP. Why? I don't know, but I don't program Minecraft, and so I just worked around it. yeah, that's why I had to do all that checking. And then, if you don't know what's in setup, it's basically just a bunch of scoreboard commands. And yeah, I had to make sure mod griefing is true, otherwise I would have to edit something. So if you have mod griefing set to false, you can like go into the code and just remove all instances of mod griefing ever being turned on and off, and that should work. Yeah, these are just the scoreboards. This was an old thing that was even before the video, the original Reddit video. And so, yeah, I don't feel like I explained it well enough. I'm sorry for that. I'm just not a technical person. So, yeah. If you want more information from me, feel free to contact me. Just post in the comments or something, I don't know. But, if you like this video, give it a like. If you want to subscribe. I might be making more videos about this. I do also have this, Breath of the Wild arrows, and I might show that off one day, but I do need to fix a few things about that, and I haven't touched it in quite a while. But that's it. Thank you for watching. Yeah, subscribe. I already said that, didn't I? Yeah, see ya.